it's fair to be that mana cost. I think Goblin Prank would actually be decent in an aggressive hunter. It just if people like Power Overwhelming is so strong at 1 mana, paying double the cost for the benefit to be slightly worse with Rush as the only redeeming quality. But I think the Rush is good. Sometimes just 5 damage with the Goblin Bombs. And the Rush sometimes helps you gain back tempo. Power Overwhelming couldn't do that without you having a minion already on board. So Goblin Prank is decent in that case. But, it's in a crappy deck to begin with, so I'm not sure how good it is, like, in this sort of environment. Flanking Strike is good no matter what, beast or no beast. I forget what some of the other cards were in the deck. There were a bunch of mechs. Like, I could put the beasts in the deck. Oh yeah, Direwolf, straight into Goblin Bombs. I think 2's good enough. I don't think I put Juggler in the deck last time, and Juggler isn't great. Mad Bomber I put it before, but I think the Penguin is kind of like, is it good enough early game? Just like a 0-drop makes your hand empty out so fast. Oh yeah, and I don't have Houndmaster on this account. That sucks. The Whirly Glider's not great. Corpse Taker. Oh yeah, there's a couple of obvious ones. There's like Lich King. And, well, I used to play Mossy Horror, but now I'm kind of considering not putting it in the deck. Mossy Horror isn't great now. Oh yeah, the new cards. Mojo Master Zihi is pretty decent. Because cheapening means the hero power still does some work even later in the game. Mossy Horror was good against Odd Paladin in the Odd Paladin matchup, even Paladin matchups, even Shaman matchups, and Druid. But, Druid, they got nerfed pretty hard. I'm not sure people are playing Druid right now. I don't think it's worth it to put Mossy Horror just because it's sometimes okay. Yeah. I don't know. Ooze, Amani. I kind of forget. Like, I can check the old list. Maybe Defender. Are there any good new even? Serenite, maybe? They're not any worse nowadays. Oh, it's Spellbreakers. Yeah, I'm not sure. What were the cards in the deck? Like, I had a full deck and everything last time. It wasn't any of the secrets. I kind of like didn't play any. Maybe a Flare? Okay, we'll check right now. We have all the fun decks right here. Okay, there we go. No, that's the old variant. Or is it? No, it is. It is what we want. It has all the cheap beasts without Katharina. Spellbreakers, Lifesteal, dude, Life Drinkers, Crackling. I think I always put Crackling Razor Maw on the deck with Penguin. It just provided enough tempo to be good. So I guess I have to put Penguins, Razor Maw, and Life Drinkers. Let's see. So to cut Flare. I think we had 2 Spellbreakers, but maybe it's not worth it. Maybe Spellbreakers kind of a low impact card sometimes. It's kind of hard to evaluate because you're usually in a bad spot when you have to play Spellbreaker to begin with, or at least you're even. You're never winning and you want to play Spellbreaker in most cases. So, Life Thinkers. Razor Maws and Pens. I think we take out 1 Direwolf. It's a bit of an understated card. Plus, we don't have any ways to benefit off it on turn 1. Yeah. Direwolf, yeah, like I was saying, Direwolf doesn't have enough value on its own. Let's look at the new cards. Like, are there any good new cards that have synergy with this deck? So, we don't have too many spells. We have 6 spells, I think. Which means Zul'jin doesn't really do anything. The battle cry is usually good when you're playing a spell-based deck or a spell-heavy deck. The new weapon might be decent. I don't know what to cut, though. Was Serenite in the old deck? No, there were no Serenite chain games. There was a Mossy, and there was a second Explodinator. But that card's mediocre. So, but Serenite's actually just a good card. Like, it might have been better in the old deck. Maybe Goblin Prank isn't worth it. Maybe I should just put 1. Take out another crappy minion. Like, maybe I should just cut the Explodinator altogether. That's kind of like some of the point of the deck. Like, I need Death Rattles, like mech Death Rattles to trigger. Cutting the Explodinator gives me 2 less. But the Headhunter's Hatchet is so good with this type of deck. Because even just the 2 durability is good enough in most cases. So I think we'll keep the Chain Gang just because even after the nerf, it's still a good tempo minion to play in an aggressive deck. I think we take out a Goblin Prank and an Explodinator, and we try it like this and see if it's better. Because generally you don't want you want your curve to be leaning more into the earlier game, especially with a deck that's going to use its hero power so often, and playing 4 mana cards usually isn't as strong as playing 2 drops and hero powering than just a 4 drop and hero powering in most cases. And the Stalker's just there to beat, the control mages and the odd warriors. Wonder how long this match is going to be. So this is like the 3rd match. I think I'm going to stop after this video. Just to, this is practice for the first time editing in a while. So we'll see how it turns out. Probably going to be pretty crappy. Mic audio is crap. Don't have any setup. But baby steps. Baby steps. Oh man, I wonder, are you playing Death Rattle Hunter? Or are you playing Secret Hunter? Are you playing Spell Hunter? Oh man. New meta, man. Those nerfs did so much. Well, they did. But it's still like, it's like nothing changed. Death Rattle Hunter is still the same. Like, Hunter hasn't changed at all. I think, is it the highest performing deck right now in the entire metagame? I think it is? Oh man. Usually it's worth playing Razor Maw too, but without a beast. And why did he coin it out? He should just like, that was a really stupid idea. You know, I know someone made fun of me once for coining out Kalisa. It was a bad play, but in my head it made sense because I wanted the extra buff on a minion, and I was playing against Control Warrior, and I wanted to play the Kalisa early to deal a bit of damage to keep them from um, gaining armor. You know, just that tiny bit of difference. Granted, that person won not because of me misplaying in the early game. They won because the moment I drew Jaina, they played Azalina Soul Thief, stole her, and then played Dr. Boom for some reason later. Yeah, okay, explosive trap incoming. Is it not? I guess not. That makes no sense. Well, I think I'm close to lethal now, funny enough. Like, the weird thing about this deck is no one expected to deal a lot of damage early. The hero power, I think I played like 3 or 4 hero powers. I think at least on turn 1, on turn 3, and now. That's 6 hero powers. Usually, playing hero powers takes up so much mana that you can't benefit from the tempo. And this deck played wide enough where Spider Bomb isn't effective enough. I think he just dead. Oh yeah, he's definitely dead. This is 8 damage with the hero power. Like, I even had 2 extra damage there. And just 1 on turn 6. And this deck isn't even hyper aggressive or anything. It's just that I get the hero power so much that they lose like 8 damage from my hero power alone on the first 4 turns. It's like Pyro Blast.